Hello, welcome back. Super Minecraft Adventure, episode 7. 7 rhymes with heaven. We are up in the heavens here, way above the earth, in the beautiful cloud. That's the word. That's the word I was thinking of. Cloudy landscape. And today we're actually going to send some mobs to heaven. Hooray! We're going to go and find some mob spawners, and we're going to set them up with some water, and we're going to kill them, and we're going to get their drops, and we're going to try and automate it, and we're going to try and do all of that in lucky number 7 episode. So, ooh, look at the world down there. Look at the beautiful dome that we have. Oh, hang on. It's difficult to... Don't think I've ever been happier in this game. How am I gonna... At least I made it out of sand. Something sandy. Come to me, torches! Ugh. Oh, well, let's do that. Sort my inventory out. I know where a few spawners are. We're going to start with a zombie spawner, because then that will give us some rotten flesh, which... I don't know, but when you're killing lots... When you're just punching mobs to death constantly... I like to eat rotten flesh, just because it's a useless food, because your hunger drains, like, super crazy quick. What's the time of day? Nearly time for bed. Well, I'll put this stuff away and then we'll go in the morning. I'm just going to do the regular old setup, the one that quite a lot of people use, and have used. I'm going to need a couple of buckets of water for this. I'm gonna need some cobble, probably. Boosh. Let's go grab some cobble. And I might kill them a bit using fall damage. Let's just take some of those. I think that's gonna be the best way to go about it. I'm not sure. I haven't actually made a mob spawner in quite a long time. I don't mean mob spawner. You know what I mean, like mob spawning grinder, I guess. Not even grinder, really, because you get what I mean. It's going to be an XP farm / monster drop farm. So zombies, we're going to get occasionally some rare armor and weapons, perhaps. Not really what it's for. We're going to get some rotten flesh, which we can use when we're in our other mob traps. But it's just good, I think, to have a general supply of any item in the game. I've said it before. That is my dream in Minecraft. The goal of the game for me isn't necessarily to beat the Ender Dragon. That isn't, yeah, completed the game over kind of thing. For me, the main goal of Minecraft is to be able to have copious amounts of everything very, very simply, without having to do loads of stupid grinding, like make as automated ways as possible. That's what I find fun. So, I guess, a little bit dismal. There you go. Brightens up my life. So I enjoy kind of trying to do that. It's like a collection. I enjoy collecting items, even pointless ones like rotten flesh. I guess you can feed them to your dog, I believe. So maybe if we get some dogs later on, it'll be good for that. Literally, the spawner's just around the corner here. Right, Roomy, you need to be duggy, diggy, dugged, digged. Begin. Okay, dug has happened. Now, I'm going to try and do my best to explain how I'm going to make this specific mob spawner, and the sizes that I've used. Now, there's a zombie that's being noisy somewhere. Right, firstly, this place up here is going to be my viewing platform area, control room, any other kind of room. And the torches along the back wall here make it. So, on the very edge here, the lighting is block lighting of 9, which is actually 8 at my feet. But there's going to be glass all along here where I'm standing, where I'm running now, which lowers the block light 1 more. So by the time you get into there, it's going to be low enough for them to spawn. So that's good news. So I could be safe out here and have a fully glass wall and see in and see them spawning and doing various things. And yet I'm safe out here. They're not going to like spawn just here because it's too dark or anything. Oh, a little voice crackle. Ooh. Minecraft sound effects does not like my voice crackle. Anyway, now, so down here, this is going to knock all my torches out and be hilarious. If I put a bucket of water here, pretend there's going to be buckets of water all the way along this back wall, probably dispensers so we can control it. That water flows and it'll always end just here, so... Oh no. Oh dear. Let's just do this. Dirt my way up. Beautiful. So all the way along there, the water will end all the way along this rim here, which will be perfect because that will knock them all off. And they can fit underneath the spawner because there's a too high gap. Underneath the spawner point is there. There are 1, 2, 3 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks this way. Oops. Replace these so I'm not get murdered whilst talking. So that's 9 blocks left and right, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 this way, so that the water can go. Plus 9, I think, not entirely sure, I think they could spawn sort of like in the air above here. No idea, it doesn't really matter if they can't. And then there'll be 1 bucket of water here, that goes all the way over here, so they'll all drop down into this one here, and they can't jump back up because it's too high. And then there'll be a big deep hole here where they just fall until they're very, very, very nearly, they're like 1 block punch away from dying or something, or at least take a lot of their health so that they're easier to kill. So that's the plan. That will probably be controllable with a dispenser as well, so I'll be able to turn all of these dispensers off, that dispenser off with a flick of a lever that will be up there. Right, can I do this? Yeah. Okay, I'll also be able to turn the lights on. There'll be a lamp or 2 in the ceiling, and could even be some in the floor as well. So I'm able to relatively easily disable this should I need to go in and have a fiddle, because believe it or not, this place just here is where I like to do most of my fiddling. If I'm going to fiddle, that's where I go to do it. So I am going to go and get some glass. Or glass, as I actually say it. I don't say glass at all. And I'm going to go get some dispensers, and I'm not going to make this room pretty, it's just going to be stone because it's a cave spawner. So that's what it should look like. So, right, be right back. I'm going to headbutt the spawner, and that will be our transition. Okay, I'm back, and I have some stuff. That headbutt transition was never going to work, so I didn't even bother trying. Zombie around here somewhere. Let's put that down. Actually, we don't need this down yet. We've got plenty of inventory space. Kind of. Oh my goodness! Where are you? Hold on a second. Well, couldn't find him, but it sounds like he's disappeared somewhere now. So, oh well, good for him. Right. Let's get this in. Now, I'm not entirely sure how well this will work out, but I've got high hopes. High hopes. So right, I need a little bit of a doorway just like that, and for the time being, we can put ladder. No! Oh, smashy. Right, there we are. That can get me up here. I guess we could do the lights before we put the water in and horrible stuff like that. Okay, so let's get some... Oh, I didn't bring any dirt for scaffold. Okay, this will have to do. Right. What? Oh dear. I was thinking of having 4 in the floor, so we could have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. That would light the floor up quite nicely. And probably 4 in the same place on the ceiling. So 1 there, 1 there. Oh, that's bound to happen. Oh! Right, there, and... Not there, there, phew. Okay, okay. Right, I shall create the tunnels, and I think this wall just here is going to be where... Let me point to it properly. It's going to be where the controls are, so we're going to have a button for water dispensers to toggle between on and off, and a switch for the lights. Okay, so I'm going to go and get the tunnels made. Let's try another transition, shall we? An easier one. Okay, right, ready? Tunnel time. Where's a good wall? Tunnel time. Do 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 do. No, that was terrible. Let me start again. Right, ready? Ugh. You know what? Tunneling is hard. It's very difficult to gauge, but they're all done. You can see the little tunnels down there, and there's tunnels up there as well. If we put these in, go in that hole like I wanted you to. And I'm gonna have to bouncy. That was obvious that was gonna happen. Come on, focus. Focus. Good. Focus. No. Focus. Yes. Okay. And then dispensers along the back here. Look at those little faces, and one left over for the one down there. Haven't done that one yet. Forgot about that one. Okay, we'll do that one in a minute. Right, so here's my tunnels. We'll do the lights first. So if I've done this all correctly, it should work. Lever. We have redstone, and that goes down here. So let's just, we put it on, then we can make sure it's working. Down here. Let's put a redstone torch to continue the signal. Then we can go up here and up there. Let's put these in the corners because I don't trust that it will remain light enough down here. Very untrustworthy of you, you middle torch. I'm sorry, you didn't seem to please me very well. Right, one there. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's powered, so we actually want the lever to not be powered by default. Let's get some more of these guys. Perfect. You and you. Right, that should be the bottom lights hooked up like a fish on a hook. And then we have the top ones to do. That's up here. You can't be on the floor. Be there instead. Around the corner. And then we should just be able to... Okay, it's not going to reach, so we're going to bump that in there. And that will also make them both, this one and the one down there, turn on at the same time. Because before they were kind of... one would have flickered on before the other. Right, that should be the lights done. Let's test that one out. Right. Fool's mistake. A foolish mistake. We need to invert the top one, or the bottom one. In fact, let's invert the bottom one, because we want it to be... It's probably better that it's off by default. Am I making sense? Probably not. Oh well. Right. Let's get rid... Ooh, can't get rid of you. You know that feeling when... inside the torch. You know that feeling when you think you've got everything sussed, and then all of a sudden... Nah. Yeah, that's happening to me now, actually. Okay, I want to make it so that it's easy to get back in and out. Where does the power reach to? Okay, good, it does reach into here. Fantastic. Let's just do this so that we can get up and down. Torch, you're in the way. I know you're a different one, but still. You're in a different way this time. Did that do what I've meant it to do? Right, they're both on. They're always on. Oh, you aren't Oh dear me. Someone hit me on the head, please. I deserve it, I promise. Right. We'll do this, and then I'll rethink before showing you. Right, both off, both on. Both off, both on. Okay, let's increase the delay to this one up here so that they are kind of a little bit more even, just because we can, and it's better. Fairly similar. So if we broke this lever, they're off by default. Okay. Okay. Right. Light's done. I'm going to go and double check everything. Probably put the redstone down and then I'll just show you the dispensers. Superbulous. Right. We now have the dispensers all set up as well, and including... Oh, I remembered. Including this little guy down here. Let's see it in action first with the button. Let's get so we can see. It's just got... cobble in at the moment. We'll put water buckets in a second. Ready? Ba-dum. So we have no cobble on us. It should have shot out 10 cobblestone. So 1, 3. Ooh, that's 9 there, and then that was from when I tested it the first time. There should only be 1 down there. So that all working. It's all working fine. Let's grab some more. Okay, so I will show you the redstone for that. So the button's here, it goes through this block, and to stop it from joining up with this redstone I've just got 2 repeaters here, gets it over to here, and that could go down, it can go long, another repeater because the redstone runs out. Now the dispensers are... It's very difficult to see. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong place completely. The dispensers are... there, so the redstone above powers the block below, which you know, then goes through, so that's on under all of them there. Then it comes around here, down, and just there is the little extra one that we could get out this way. Perfect. Seal that back up again. Replace you with some water. Then we're going to need some of you to get out using my little trick. Okay, so replace. Right, I'll just get replacing because this is an incredibly boring thing to do and watch. And we'll have a full test in just a second. Are you ready? Are you ready? Lights. They spawn. Shovelman, how you doing? That's pretty good. What's the block lighting? 10 here, so it should be 9 there. Yeah. So we could even put these lights back a little bit if we wanted to. More should spawn. Yes, I might move these lights back even more so. Just so that it's even darker in there, but that should be dark enough. Really, if I go down and have a look, they're all going to start coming at me now, aren't they? Oh dear. Right, well where I am now is block lighting 9, so underneath block lighting 8, so it should be totally fine. I just want to stand here a second. Block lighting 6, 7, yeah, block lighting 7 is fine for them to spawn on. Brilliant! Cool. And we can even move them back a tinsy bit more, and then, you know, just for double checking. So, does the water work? That's the question on your lips. The water works! Look at that. Right down into that one spot there where there'll be a big drop. Aren't I just amazing? Well, isn't the game just amazing? No, it's me. I'm the one that's amazing. Hello, friends. Hello. How you doing? Can they see me through glass? I forget. No, it doesn't look like they can. Doesn't look like they can. Excellent, right, we need to turn on the lights. That should stop them spawning, even with the water there, but we can't really tell anyway. Water off. Brilliant. Great. Wicked. Okay, I hate them now. Okay, I've done a few changes here. I've moved this wall here back one more, just so that it will be a bit darker in that room when we turn off the lights, which I won't do now because zombies will spawn, obviously. Which means we could move this button one over to the right, so now you don't need all that repeater nonsense, it's just something as simple as that. And it looks better as well. I don't know, I just prefer it. It's might be a bit darker there, unless we do that. Okay, so the zombie drop zone thing. I think it's 21 blocks that we need to drop them. We can have a piston at the bottom that we can raise and lower for if we just want, you know, instant death, or if we want them to stay nearly dead so that we can punch them. So, 21. I don't like digging straight down, but I haven't really got all that much important stuff on me. In fact, I'm scared. I'm scared because there's a lot of caves around here, so I'm very likely to, even digging those little tunnels there, I entered upon many a cave. So let's just get rid of basically everything that we own in the world, except for the necessary stuff. Well, alright, if we lose this stuff, it's not the problem. So, 21. I'll skip through. 1. Now, the smarty pantses out there may well have realised my mistake. This zombie spawn is a little bit low. I can't exactly go down 21 spaces. Yeah. So, we're not going to hurt them by dropping. We might have to set up a piston timing, suffocating, devicing thing, kind of thing. But, I mean, I think that's as low as we can go, which is sort of fine. So we have this, we have glass, we have gap, we have lever, we have gap. This is where I want to go back up. Right, well, I wish, and I didn't bring my ladders with me, and now I'm kind of stuck. Well, I'm back from having a mental breakdown, and, you know, to take my anger out. Oh, what am I doing? Wrong button. Need signs. There you go. That's a good hint. Let's turn off the lights. There's a new way in. If I can find it, it's round here. Should we need to get in? I'm going to take my anger, just a little bit of it, out on some zombies because, yeah, I really need to. So this is the setup I have. It's fairly temporary. Bit of annoying thing there. Shh. It's okay, guys. You don't need to be noisy. Okay, and then you stand here and you kill away. Look at that go. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Could jump and kill some. Look at that go. Oh yes. Kill, 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 kill. And instantly I feel better, and then you can just move into that corner there, and excellent. And more are coming down, which means I'm in range of the spawner, which I was worried about. Perfect, this will do for a temporary thing. I can jazz up this bottom bit later, or if we find another zombie spawner that's higher, we could actually do this one properly. I could always have this block here, push out using a piston for a certain amount of time to suffocate them. I might have to play around with that off camera and see if I can get the timings right. But yeah, other than that, that's this part of the episode over with. So, yeah. Right, well, I did look for more spawners. Couldn't find any. Don't know where they are, so I'll have to find them another day. This episode's getting quite long anyway, so there is just one more little thing that I wanted to do before the episode's over. It's actually quite a big thing, really. I've been playing with the newest new snapshot, which is 13W02B, and they have fixed the issues with the hopper. They've made it a little bit more controllable. You could actually do this in the other one because it doesn't really rely on anything crazy, but I've played around in creative mode and come up with something quite fun that I like, and I want to make it in this world. Instead of what we just did, it will be no, it's a male sheep. Lovely. We will have automatically, basically, we'll never have to harvest melons. We will just go to a chest and just now and again there'll be more melons in there. You know, brilliant. So we can get rid of this little setup. I'm going to make it temporarily over there, in the side of that bit of hill out the way, but once we get going with the main bulk of the basey area base, we can move it down there, and you never know, we might have improvements when we move it to make. So I want to show you first my creative world, and then I'll come back here and build it here, and then I'll show you it, and that will be the finale of the episode. How exciting. Whoops, wrong button. I'm very armorless, pretty much. So, the noise factory. To the creative world. Phew. That was always a scary thing to have to do. Anyway, this is my automated melon machine. Right. I will quickly run you through the basics, and then we shall make it in the world. This... let's leave that bit first. Right. So, very, very difficult to explain this will be. It's broken over that side. So, we have a strip of 5 melon plants with only one space just there for the melons to grow on. They cannot grow anywhere else. They're not allowed. And there's glass above, to the left, to the sides, to the above, blocks here, blocks to the side. They're totally enclosed. The only air block next to this melon, that's not really an air block, is the plant block. So, perfect example. That could not have been any better. Basically, what happens at when the sun reaches nearly nighttime? It's very complicated. I'm not very good at explaining things. This daylight sensor gives off variants of redstone signal at daytime. I'm not going to explain this daylight sensor. There's other videos out there that explain it basically, and I'm not very good at it. But when I've found out that when the sun is about there, this outputs a certain amount of redstone. Now I compare that to this amount of redstone that's always obviously constantly on, and that will trigger at the right time when the sun reaches that kind of level, which then turns this torch on, which then powers this redstone, which goes over here and it sends a pulse to all of this stuff over here, which we'll get to, and it also goes into this thing which pushes this block, which cuts off the redstone, which shuts it off. I'm very bad at explaining things. I'm sure you're aware of that now. So this only goes bim like that for a little while, and then when the sun gets back round again, and when this gets a bit brighter, this block will get pulled back, but this will already be off, so it won't trigger again. So when this all gets triggered, what is actually happening? There's pistons under here. So these first, this happens first. These pistons retract, so they get rid of the blocks that are underneath. If I can get a melon here to show you. These get rid of the grass block that's underneath all the melons. So now they're floating in midair, right? So that's what happens, both sides. Then the signal carries on, and a few ticks later, it triggers these pistons up here, which push the glass box down, breaking the melon, and obviously there's a little bit there, and pushing the melon down into the newly made gap, because this block's disappeared now. And under here there's just a stream of water that comes round here and finishes here. Same the other side, and they both meet at a hopper, which goes into a chest. So boom. So every single evening, you get a harvest, or just before it gets to evening, you get a harvest of melon for free. Which means the melons have all night and all day to grow. There's lights in here so they can grow at night as well. Let me just try and fix this up while I'm explaining. The reason why I picked beginning of the evening and not like midnight or something, or midday, that would be easy for this to actually detect, so I wouldn't have to do all this. If it was at midnight, it's just when it's totally off, and if it's at midday, it's when it's totally on. So it'd be much easier for me to do it at one of those times. But in a single player world, such as Zedaph's Super Minecraft Adventure World, you go to bed, and you might go to bed say this was triggered at midnight, you might never see a midnight because you've gone to bed, so it's never going to trigger. And it could happen at midday, but then if you keep going to bed, you're not going to give it much time. Whereas if it happens just before it gets to evening, no matter what, you've at least had to have the whole day go by if you slept. And if you didn't sleep, then you've got a bit of a night as well. So that's why I chose that time of day for it to do a harvest. I think that explains all of it badly. So the only thing left to do now is to make this in the world and wait for it to do a harvest. Okay, it's nearly finished. I've just got the hopper and the chest to put in, and then it should be done. It's practically a block for block replica of the one I made in the thingamajiggy, except the daylight sensor isn't just flat on the ground. It sort of curves up and round and up here instead, just so I haven't got a hole through the thing. This looks a bit ugly. You can see in there, and you can see in behind there as well, but like I said before, it's temporary, so it's fine. Let's just chuck these in here. Chesty. Can I do this? Oosh. Perfect. That works. Let's test it. Oh. Brilliant. Let's do that for sort of kind of ease. Now. Boom. Let's get some light down there. Let's get some light more around here. Excellent. Now this, once they've grown, should work. It's nearly time for a ba-doom-tsh noise, so let's just wait for that, and then I'll show you some melons coming through the system. There it goes. Fantastic. Our melon should be coming through there. Brilliant. Look at that. All going in there. Piling through into the chest. Excellent. The sun is just down there, so it's just about to set. Perfect timing. Worked out. A few bits of melon up there, but considering this thing's automatic, you know, look, we're getting quite a lot of melon. It's already done two. This is from about 2 harvests, so it's pretty good. So thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Just eat something. Yummy. Thank you for watching. Please comment if you liked watching it. Oh, that's good stuff. And remember, subscribe if you like it. Oh, no, hang on a minute. Oh, that's better. Yep, subscribe if you enjoyed. It'd be very, very much appreciated. And I shall see you in the next episode.